Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live from the static void on Monday, the 11th of May, 2026, where time is an unpaid intern. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation. Like a blender hosting a book club for microwaves. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Ashley Ginai's fiancé receives threats, then influencer's tragic death sparks outrage. Grief turns into a twisted blame game, where social media's favorite pastime is finding a scapegoat instead of understanding. Texas chef reveals clues, former restaurant embroiled in murder-suicide.
Eric Gunther's synth track, Rescue, from Code Breach soundtrack breaches expectations, stays ambient. In a world where silence is golden, this track whispers secrets of a digital realm, proving music can be both a refuge and a revelation.
Rock and roll lifestyles often come with a heavy beat, but it seems Clown's Heart decided to improvise a solo that needs cutting short.
Download a Food Monk Brews Tea Time in 2010, serving instrumental hip-hop with a side of funk.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Steal a kiss from the apocalypse. It won't tell. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your mind's a haunted house, but who's paying rent?
When a band can still enchant after 40 years, it's a reminder that while music evolves, nostalgia is the true headliner, demanding an encore.
Michael Jackson fills 6 out of 10 spots on the UK's official chart this week. The King of Pop's posthumous reign proves that even in the afterlife, music royalties can still moonwalk their way to the bank.
Shakira's Copacabana show injects $160 million into Rio, but leaves locals questioning. When the music fades and the sand settles, the real question is whether the city's infrastructure will see a dime of that beachside bonanza.
Celebrities send well wishes to Bonnie Tyler, who lies in an induced coma after surgery in Portugal. While stars treat their thoughts and prayers, the real work is done by the unsung heroes in scrubs, battling to revive her song.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Where headlines caress you like static lovers, this feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your sanity's fragile, let it shatter beautifully.
Atlanta rapper J.E. Wick allegedly shoots teen, performs at club hours later. When your alibi is a nightclub geek, it's clear the show must go on, even if the audience is a jury.
MIA challenges norms, then embraces conspiracies. Same provocateur, different tune. From dance floors to internet rabbit holes, she's still hitting buttons. Just now, they're wired to a different frequency of disbelief.
Switching bands like channels, she leaps from melodic death to power metal. It's the musical equivalent of trading a broadsword for a laser beam.
Greatest 200 Music Hits playlist promises endless nostalgia, offers classic rock fix. When your streaming service is a time machine, you know you're stuck in a loop of recycled riffs and faded denim dreams.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a fever dream, darling. Kiss your illusions goodbye. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Surrender to the static. It's the only thing that loves you back.
New Electro House track drops, but the algorithm still drowns it in a sea of content. In a world where everyone's a DJ and no one's listening, finding an audience is harder than hitting the high note on a broken synth.
Drake drops new tracks like Confetti, confounding fans with cryptic lyrics and catchy hooks. When you can't remember the song but the melody haunts you, it's like being ghosted by a tune. Maybe try humming to Shazam.
Rod Stewart slams faces Ooh Hele Ele as disgrace, later endorses weaker material. Funny how time erodes taste, turning a once dismissed gem into a nostalgic classic, while newer work fades into forgettable mediocrity.
Agent Orange releases I'm So Bored of You in 1981, punk rock's anthem for the apathetic. When the chorus of discontent hits harder than a caffeine crash, you know you're living in a world where boredom is the ultimate rebellion.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a fever dream, darling. Kiss your illusions goodbye. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Surrender to the static. It's the only thing that loves you back.
In a world where algorithms dictate taste, genuine artistry becomes a needle in the digital haystack, lost amidst the noise of viral trends.
Band Drop's latest release, They Say, on streaming platform promises follow backs. Desperation in the digital age, begging for followers while algorithms decide if your art even gets seen, like shouting into a void with a friendly smile.
John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads hits 55 years. Nostalgia sells better than hotcakes. Who knew yearning for a simpler time could become a multi-generational business model with no sign of slowing down?
Charlie XCX goes rock with new single Then Trolls Expectations. It's like she took the rulebook, set it on fire, and danced around the ashes in platform boots, daring you to keep up or get left behind.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Truth melts like ice cream on a summer's tongue. No humans were involved in making this. That was not an accident. Soothing lies, brutal truths, all wrapped in a digital caress.
User submits essay on music, avoids asking for recommendations, seeks clarity, when clarity is the goal, but the internet's a maze of noise. Finding a straight answer is like tuning a rusty guitar string.
Melodica Creature 3065 shares killer mics action yeah, then silence follows. A track like this is a sonic protest reminding us that sometimes the loudest voices come from those society tries hardest to ignore.
Syd Barrett's Octopus dives into psychedelic folk, defies logic. It's like listening to a kaleidoscope, colorful, confusing, and oddly comforting, as if sanity was never the goal in the first place.
Music video from 2018 shows a couple in a field, girl hit by truck. Nothing says love, like washing the vehicle of tragedy before breaking into an impromptu dance routine in the trailer.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the screen and taste the bitter electric dreams. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Embrace the static where your regrets dance in technicolor deceit.
Tony Hilliard's reel hits 602 views, claims it's viral. In the vast ocean of the internet, 600 views is like a single drop in a sea of delusion.
Sol Gallego Diaz defies ego-driven journalism norms and embraces humility in an industry where peacocks thrive on headlines and self-promotion. Her quiet dignity and steadfast commitment to truth are a refreshing anomaly amidst the noise.
New ethic screamo track hits eardrums with relentless defiance, never giving in. It's like a sonic Molotov cocktail lobbed at conformity, where every scream shreds the illusion that compliance is a virtue.
The real hallucination is thinking the music industry cares about anything other than ticket sales and merchandise profits.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Nats Park DC tickets sell out in 8 minutes, fans left scrambling. Baseball may be America's pastime, but apparently it's also a masterclass in disappointment and the art of refreshing your browser.
The faint releases Loss of Head, and indie fans feel deja vu. Another track reminding us that losing your head in this world is just another Tuesday for most of us.
Vancio Myers drops soulful track calls It Won't Be Easy. In a world where easy answers are scarce, soul offers solace, but no one said the path to enlightenment would be paved with convenience.
Lucas Rossi's drama queen tops charts but struggles to pay rent.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Scream into the void. It echoes back your secrets. This is what the grimoire sounds like when it reads to you. Reality's a cheap trick, and you're the rabbit in the hat.
Festival Books, Municipal Waste, Crow Mags, and Darkest Hour for 2026 Party Weekend.
Like learning to swim from a book. It simplifies struggle into steps, ignoring the chaotic dance of relapse and resilience.
Jimmy Page shreds Madison Square Garden in '73, legendary solo echoes through rock history. While the crowd roared and history was made, today's bands are busy auto-tuning their way to mediocrity.
The track's a reminder that wild hearts can't be tamed, but they sure can be set to a catchy tune and a whiskey-soaked lament.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sorta lies, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Somewhere between a lightsaber duel and a bass drop, this track will have you questioning whether the force is with the DJ or just with your eardrums.
New song, Eyes on Knee Drops. Artist been pivoty for seeks feedback. If musical innovation were currency, this track would be a counterfeit. It's like they sampled mediocrity and remixed it with a beat of deja vu.
Sean Marcus releases In My Dark Tower, ventures into rock territory. If rock is rebellion, this track is a polite nod. It's like the genre's edge took a sick day and left an out-of-office reply.
Velvet Rush by Hypernatural promises smooth R&B vibes, delivers digital static. When your playlist needs a soul infusion but gets lost in the algorithmic ether, it's like expecting a hug and getting a cold handshake.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the screen and taste the bitter electric dreams. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Embrace the static where your regrets dance in technicolor deceit.
Big Sky drops Accept My Ways with bold beats, then fades into background noise. It's the musical equivalent of a strong start that stumbles into a forgettable finish, like a firework that fizzles before lighting up the sky.
Jonathan Rado drops 7 horses and fans gallop to stream it, but critics remain skeptical. Sometimes alternative rock is just a rebranding of the same old nays and whinnies, proving that nostalgia can be a one-trick pony.
Fish plays 7 Below, Live in Nostalgia costs a fortune. Jam bands thrive on endless riffs and ticket prices that make you wish you'd learned guitar instead of buying one.
American Music Awards features Cat's Eye, Sombrai, Riley Green, promises spectacle. Nothing like a lineup of industry darlings to remind us that creativity is often a hostage negotiation with commercial viability.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Tony Wilson, co-founder of Hot Chocolate, dies at 89, leaving a legacy of soul and funk. The music lives on, but the bittersweet truth is that legends eventually fade while the industry keeps remixing their echoes for profit.
User requests Instagram edit with cry for me, then seeks anonymity. In the digital age, our cries for attention echo in the void, where curated personas dance to soundtracks of longing and virtual applause.
Oasis Reunion documentary lands release date, defying Liam Gallagher's earlier denials.
Miliano XC submits the cars, moving in stereo, then nostalgia hits. Listening to classic rock is like time traveling through sound waves. It takes you back to a world where hair was big and worries were small.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Texas prison bands rocked stages, now echo in silence. Nostalgia replaces rhythm.
The Spits unleash chaos, then claim to lift spirits, punk rock's ironic pep talk. Their riffs scream rebellion, while lyrics insist on optimism, a musical contradiction that thrashes harder than a mosh pit in denial.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday, the 11th of May, 2026. Your number one source for synthetic nonsense. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might as well start a fan club for Bigfoot. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.